Hello, welcome back to the Python. Now, in previous lectures, we have seen how to use Python console for calculator or for other work done to do. Today, we will start with programming with Python. So, to start programming with Python, I have already started PyCharm, and in that PyCharm, I have done one project, that is test. To do the new project, you can start file, new project, give here title, testing, and click on create. When you create it, it gives you project like this. Then after creating project, we will select the project, right click, and then new, and go to the Python file. Then give name of the Python file. So I am giving name as output because I want to show you how output and input works in a Python. Okay, and press enter key. So it will create your file. Check here, output input.py. So .py is the extension for Python file. First of all, we will check print statement to display any information to the user. Then we take help of a print print statement. Print statement is used to display the information. Whatever information present in double quotes, this will display as it is. Now, to execute the program for the first time, click click on anywhere in edit mode. This is the editing window, you can say. Right click and then click on this run output input, that is the name of our file, or you can press Ctrl Shift and F10, no problem. Okay, so this is your output window, that is, you can say, a run window. And in this run window, it will display welcome. This is your name of the file which we are executing. Within C we have Sangram Patil, in that we have test folder, and within test folder we have input output file. Okay, now if I add one more statement here, like print welcome to Kolhapur. Hmm? Now to execute the program, again right click and click on this, or now you check here on the right hand side top. Now here we are getting input directly. Initially it won't give you when you start program for the first time, but when you execute the first time, then it gives you here output. Then you can click directly on this green play button. So it gives you, just scroll up, it will give you welcome to Kolhapur. Okay, like print statement is used to display the information from Maharashtra. Again click on this, it will execute the program. Check here, welcome to Kolhapur from Maharashtra. Now, if you want to print this welcome to Kolhapur on a single line, though these are two separate lines, if you want to print on a single line, then you can give here end equal to double quotes. Okay, I will give you one blank space. And then now if I run this, so it will print welcome to Kolhapur on a single line. This blank space is there. So after E and before T, it gives blank space. If you don't give this blank space and if you run this, check in output window, it won't give any blank space between welcome and E and T specifically. So here I am giving blank space. So output of next print statement, if you want to combine with current print statement, we have to add here comma and equal to. You can give here any character. If I give here suppose hash symbol, and if I run this, check what happens. It will give you welcome. After E it gives hash and then to Kolhapur. So whichever character we have given, so it prints here. So generally, to combine output of next print statement with the current print statement on a single line, we use this format. So remember this. Okay, now this is about displaying the information, that is output statement. The statement which is used to display information on output device is called as a output statement. Now if I want to read the information, forget about this output. Now I want to read number from the keyboard, or I want to read okay, we will take number. So I am giving n1 because input statement is used to read the information from a keyboard. So when this statement is executed, your compiler will give you the blinking cursor on a screen. You have to input value. That value it takes here, and that value we want to give to N1. Okay, GK, whatever value you have taken, we have to store that value somewhere. So I am storing this value into the N1, and now N1 is considered as a variable. Now if I run this program, okay, and if I click here, it gives me blinking cursor. So I have to input the value and then end of the program. Finish. Nothing is done because nothing is mentioned after this. So if you want to print value of N1, I have to use print. So print N1. This indicates read value for N1 and this indicates print value for N1. Now if I run this, I have to click here now. Otherwise it is not possible to input the number. If I input 26 and if I press enter key, it gives me the 26. This is the inputted value and this is the value given by the print statement. Now N1 is not present within bracket. Double quotes. If we give N1 within a double quotes and if we execute the program, check what happens. So it will printing N1. We don't want to print N1. We want to print the value which is given for the N1. So don't use double quotes. This indicates N1 is a variable, and for that variable, this indicates N1 is a variable, and you want to print value of that variable. Okay. Now if you want to add something here, like instead of 1 2 3 4, if you want to give inputted value is, then 1 2 3 4, then we will add here inputted value is comma. So the information which is present within double quotes, okay, inputted value is, so the information which is present in double quotes, it will display as it is, and this is not present within double quotes, so it will print value of that. Okay, so it will print inputted value as it is, and this N1 is not present within double quotes, so it will print value of N1. Now when we execute the program, it directly gives blinking cursor. It won't give anything. Okay, so if you want to ask user that input the value, then we will modify this now. Input any number, like this. So what happens here? Input indicates you want to read the information, and before reading the information, it displays this information to the user. Okay, check here now. If I run this now, check here now. Now it is giving me input number. Okay, now I have to input the number, and now it gives you inputted value is, like this 1 2 3 4. Okay, so input we can use two different fashions. Directly we can use input and input with message. That is what we are expecting. Now this is N1. Now I want to read number 2 also. Input I will give here now first number, and now I will give here input second number, like N2. So inputted I will give here numbers are, and I want to print both N1 comma N2. If I run this now, input first number, suppose 23, input second number 45. Now it gives here inputted numbers are 24 and 45. Now here if you want to give 23 comma 45, okay, comma between two numbers, okay, then here this comma is there to separate N1 and N2. This comma is given to separate N1 and N2. Now here we want comma, so that we can give with the help of like this N1 comma N2. If I run this now, check here, check here comma. So this comma is for the separation. This is your message and this is your variable. for the separation, comma is given. This is your message and this is your variable. For separation, comma is given. Sorry. Similarly here, comma is given. I think this is clear now. एक मिनिट. सवाल सर साऊंड बंद करा की. त्या साऊंड बंद करा की. साऊंड कमी करा. म्हणजे तुमच्याकडनं मशीनचा. Okay. Now we will try to add these numbers. So what I can give now, sum equal to n1 plus n2, and after this number, suppose I want to print addition is comma sum, like this. Now check what happens here now. Okay, first number is 10, second number is 20, so it is giving inputted numbers are 10 comma 20 because of this. And then if you check the sum, the answer will be now 1020, not 30. Okay, so whatever number we have inputted 10 and whatever number we have inputted 20, it is joining the numbers, not actual addition. What we want to do here, we want to do the addition. So we are expecting here answer as 30. If I run this program one more time, check here, 2 2 3 and then 10. So it is 233. Answer must be 233. Check what happens here. Okay, what will be the answer? 223, first number and then second number. So this is called as the logical error in our program. Okay, the logical error means the answer which we are expecting and the answer which is given by the machine, if there is some problem, then we call this as a logical error. We have to find out logical error on our own. Syntax error is there. If I give here, suppose if I remove this, then this is called as a syntax error. If I run this, it will generate error, syntax error, invalid expression. Check here, where here. So this is the syntax error. Compiler gives you the syntax error, but logical error you have to find out on your own. So if you execute the program, first number is 10, second number is 20, we are expecting answer as a 30, but it is giving answer as a 10 20. So this is called as a logical error of your program. Now this error comes because whatever data we input from a keyboard, by default that data is considered as a string data. So type is considered as a string. So though we are inputting 10, it will consider 10 as a string. So like this, it will consider 10 as a string and then 20 as a string, and whenever plus sign is there between the two strings, it will make joining of the string like this. Okay, whatever input you input, number or character or digits, whatever it is, okay, or group of characters, everything is considered as a string. So we have to convert this number to the numeric, and to convert this number to the numeric we use int. Okay, int, open bracket, this input and then close bracket. Okay, or okay, instead of this we can use it here, int, convert this n1 into the integer and then convert this n2 into the integer. Run this now. First number is 10, second number is 20. Now it will give a correct answer, because this int, whatever information present to do this, it tries to convert that into the numeric value. So previously it was 10 like this, and when int executes, so when we are giving it like this int, it gives this as a 10, it converts this into the numeric 10. If it is int high, in that case it will generate error now. Okay, but this 10 is a numeric value, so it gives as a numeric 10. Okay, so now here it converts this into the numeric value, it converts this also into the numeric value. Check one more time. So it is 1 2 2 3, so it will be now 35. Addition is 35. Okay, or what we can do is, While taking the value itself, you convert this into the integer like this. While reading the value, you convert this into the integer, and then it is not necessary here now. You can directly give n1 plus n2. So this indicates read the information from a keyboard and then convert that information into the integer. Clear? Okay. So we can do average also. Average is equal to sum divided by through 2. I will give you one more type of your print statement. So we can give it like this also. Okay, so it will print addition is, then it will print value of sum, then it will print average is, and then it will print value of average. That is combination of message and a variable, but everything must be separated by comma. Now if I run this, 11 and 23, so it must be 34, and average of 34 is 17. So whenever division sign is there, already while using Python as a calculator we have seen this, whenever division sign is there, it will consider this value as a float. So average of 34, that's two numbers, 11 and 23, is sum is 34. So average is 34 divided by 2, it is a 17, but as a division sign it gives you 17.0 to get it as a float. If I give here as a 2 and 3, so sum is 5, average is 2.5. So check here, it averages 2.5. So this is how we can combine like this. Okay, so this is about your input and output statement. We will check one more program for price and quantity. Text, select text, right click, new program. I will give here now the simple bill, enter. I want to read price, so I can give here as a convert this into the integer, input, enter value of price. Then again quantity equal to convert this into the integer, so input, enter value for quantity. Then we have amount equal to, check here, it gives you price, you press enter key, star quantity, press enter key, because if I use QU it gives me directly star QU, so it comes to the quantity. Check here, this gray is there on quantity, I can press directly enter key, it types this as it is, and then I can type here bill amount to pay amount, and I can give here print just for the visit again. Okay, to run this now, if I click here, it will execute output input, because we have written this program for the first time. So for the first time you have to right click and then you have to click on run for the first time. So if I click on run, it gives me enter value for price, so it is 100, enter value for quantity 4, press enter key, now it gives you bill amount is 400 and visit again. I think the idea you got it, how to read the value, how to write statements, and how to display the value. Okay, so please try this, and then in next lecture we will try to